Hi, my name is Joanne Mejia, and I will be presenting the 5S's methodology management tool. The 5S's date back to the 16th century in Vienna. During the Elizabethan times, it was regarded to having the finest efficiency in manufacturing. For instance, in 1574, shipbuilders managed to build an entire galley in 2 hours for King Henry III of France to attend a banquet in the Great Hall. Whether the structure was sound is another issue, but it demonstrated the efficiency of their shipbuilding operation. Fast forward to post-World War II in Japan. Toyota's president and chief engineer developed Toyota's total production system. Before the production systems were created, they visited the U.S. to study the assembly line at Ford. Even though they were impressed, they were also taken aback by the waste. There was waiting, and there wasn't a steady flow, which caused layoffs and rehires. On the same trip, they visited the Piggly Wiggly, and they were impressed with the system of reordering and restocking as they were purchased. They incorporated this into the production system and called it just in time. The purpose of the 5S methodology is to make the workplace function better by making it an easier place to work. The methods describe how to organize a workspace for efficiency and effectiveness by identifying, storing, maintaining the area and items in a new order. These principles have expanded from manufacturing and has spread to a wide variety of industries, including healthcare, education, and government. The 5S's originated in 5 Japanese terms, then were translated to the American language. Each term starts with an S, and it is used to describe the 5S system. I have a table with the 5 Japanese terms that I will not attempt to say, then the translation to English, which are sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. I have also included the process of how the 5S's management tool should be used. The first method is sort, and this involves sorting through all the items of a workspace and removing all unnecessary items. The goals of sort is to reduce time loss looking for an item by reducing the number of items. Another goal is to reduce the chance of distraction by having unnecessary items in the workspace. Next is to increase the amount of available space by getting rid of items not needed. It increases safety by eliminating obstacles. These are some tips to help you sort your workspace. Check all items and evaluate whether their presence is useful or necessary. Remove unnecessary items as soon as possible, and place those that cannot be removed immediately in a red tag area so that they are easy to remove later on. Lastly, keep the working floor area clear of any materials except those in use for production, but items should be clear of being hazardous. The second method is set in order. This is to put all necessary items in its appropriate place to make it easier to complete tasks. The goal is to make the workflow smooth and easy. These are some suggestions to arrange the work area so that it may be functional. Arrange workstations in a way that all tooling and equipment are close, easy to reach, and spot in order for work to be performed. Assign locations for items easy to find and to pick up by using clear labels, marks, or hints. This will also make it easier to spot and return items to its correct location and to spot any missing items. The third method is shine. It involves sweeping or cleaning and inspecting the workplace, tools, and machinery. The goal is that it improves production process, safety, reduces waste, prevents errors and defects. It keeps the workplace clean, safe, and easy to work in. It can be accomplished by cleaning the workplace and equipment on a regular basis, such as mopping, dusting, and inspecting and performing maintenance on machinery, tools, and other equipment. The fourth method is to standardize the processes used to sort, order, and clean the workplace. The goal is to create guidelines, procedures, and schedules to ensure the first 3 S's are used appropriately and consistently. These are some suggestions to develop a work structure that will support the method and make it a part of the daily routine. Also, to ensure everyone knows the responsibilities of performing, sorting, organizing, and cleaning. Tools to help maintain standardize are photos and visual controls. The 5S implementation standards should be reviewed and audits should be performed regularly. The fifth method is to sustain the 5S's and maintain the system and continue to improve it. The goal is to ensure the 5S approach is followed by self-discipline. It can be accomplished by continuing to have organized training sessions and perform regular audits to ensure that all standards are being followed. It is important to make improvements wherever possible and ask for employees' feedback to help identify any needed improvements. When issues arise, identify the cause and make changes as necessary to avoid reoccurrence. There are advantages and disadvantages to using the 5S methodology. Some of the advantages are increased floor space, reduced equipment breakdowns, improved morale and pride, improvement in communication, and increase of productivity, among others. And some of the disadvantages are that some people have resistance to change, lack of management support, and not addressing the problems in the workplace. But it seems as the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. These are the references I used to complete my PowerPoint. Thank you for listening.